I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's fine. We're live. Listen, y'all, you have to see the behind the scenes of how we get ready. This is what we do. I tell y'all, this is real life.
Messy action. You have to try it.
Listen, this is real life. So we're live on these two. So that means I just need to go live on Instagram now. So give me a second. I'm going to go live on Instagram.
And I'm going to turn the volume down on the computer or whatever device you have on this. Boop.
I need volume down. Let me find it.
We learn things. We're doing things.
Volume down. Where is it at? My volume is down on here. I'm about to go live.
There it is. Okay, and then we're going to look for her live. This is how I joined Duo Live.
Hit live. But then, oh, shucks. I need to jump out the camera. So, okay.
Let's see. One. I'm not seeing Tracey yet.
Oh, yeah, it's going to do 3, 2, 1 anyway. Oh, yeah, it is. So. As we are working on strengthening our arms and getting both our affected side and our non-affected side up overhead, we're going to start teaching you exercises to arms and getting both our affected sides up. And I put a towel right up the kitchen. We're going to start teaching you exercises. So everybody has a hand towel in the kitchen. I want you to go and grab a hand towel. We're going to go back to these exercises. Placing these in both hands. So everybody has a hand towel in the kitchen. As such, I want you to go and grab a hand towel overhead. We're going to go back to these exercises. You see both arms, and you pull out. It helps you get that affected arm out. And drop down overhead. And back up. You see both arms. And you pull out. My girl Tawnie is ready to come on in. And drop back down. And back up. So, hey, y'all. So, test this exercise out, y'all. Again, it was here, up overhead, and this is literally with a hand towel. A hand towel out of your kitchen. So, we all can do this, y'all. Let's go.
I love that you're showing that because that is so appreciated. And I told Tracey, I'm like, I have to start. And so everybody has a towel.
Everybody has a towel in the house. So guess what? Tawnie is getting ready to start her exercises as well. We're starting this week. So today, after we get off live, Tawnie and I are building her plan for her exercise journey. Y'all know I love doing this. So I'm super excited. I'm probably more excited than she is, but it's all good. But anyway, such is just wonderful that we get to do this. And we're talking about today, continuing on, this will be the last one, continuing on. I think, well, we'll just see how this goes. But continuing on talking about how we need to be more cognizant of paying attention not only to our survivors, but to our caretakers as well, because our caretakers being so important as to take care of the stroke survivors. So we're learning these things and we're going with life as what we do on a regular basis with how to approach a stroke survivor, how to care for a stroke survivor, and with the caretaker, how you can learn these things to better take care of your survivor and your loved one. So we're going to jump right into this week. I'm a little out of breath, y'all. So I was doing that for a minute.
Showing us the dang thing.
So speaking about patience, and it's great that we are talking about myself and Tawnie trying to get things together because that's how, as we learn to have patience with ourselves and trying out new I'm gonna call this new
technology,
whatever you call this things. We're trying to figure out. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. We are on live on 4 different streams now, so y'all have to have patience with us and work with us as we are figuring this out. So now we're testing out how we can go live on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all of our sites. So therefore, if you don't have one particular social media, you can catch us on every avenue. So we want to make sure we are reaching our community everywhere. So again, as we are trying to better our community and to give you better ways to love and live life, this is why we're trying to work with, hey, how we can better ourselves so we can now better you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to catch my breath. I'm going to toss the ball to Tawnie. As again, we are speaking about the patience of working and living and knowing stroke survivors, the patience of how to have patience when you're trying to help us with getting through things, and then working on how to love us as stroke survivors, so we can also, as stroke survivors, as myself and Tawnie, how we can love you back in return, even if we're still working through our recovery.
Absolutely. I think with your, it's a full thing. It affects everybody, your family, and having a supportive husband,
I know has been integral, because, and him having the patience, you know, I know it is hard when you ask people. Like, I am very independent. Once I got a lot of my independence back, I don't like to ask for help. I have a hard time accepting it. We're working on it. So, it's been helpful
that, you know, he continues to keep asking. Even like friends, I've said that with the depression and anxiety, the fact that they have the patience to continue to invite you to things and know that, you know, I might, like I've learned now, if I come early, then I'm gonna leave. Like I can't sometimes be there for the whole event. And having that patience, because in the beginning, I looked fine. And so they're like, come on, just stay. And like I would early in my you forget, and you're just like, oh, I'll just stay out with everyone, and then all of a sudden I seriously, it's like a robot like powering down. Like I just start talking slower and needing like just melting. And so those people around you having the patience to know that your energy level is going to change, what you need is going to change. You know, there's some days where Patrick's like, I'm going to bring you your water, your food, like my migraine's so bad, I'm just in bed. And you would, on most days, you would be like, wait, what? Like, you're that, you need that kind of taken care of? Like, yes. Having the patience of that.
I'm going to say something off of that. And how Tawnie just said, on most days, so to the outside eye, they'll say, hey, Tawnie, you look so good. You look so well. You look as if you do not have any more deficits. You look as if you don't need to have a caretaker. You look as if you don't need help with anything. So let's rewind what she just said. She says, on my days that I have those difficulties of my migraine is so harsh, or I'm just not feeling at my best, I may be tired. Your body is just doing one of the things that we have no control over. That's when her caretaker recognizes, which is her husband, and steps in and say, hey, because he's paid attention to how she acts and how her body responds, he's able to recognize, even because not always is she able to verbalize, hey, today is just one of those days that I'm not feeling my best. So him able to recognize, hey, she's not full energy today, she's lacking, or she's just not her normal self as, and her normal self as in his eyes that he sees. He steps right into, hey, let me go ahead and take the extra mile to help her out. So that's him paying attention. But then that's also her having patience with her husband to say, hey, maybe he may recognize it, but if he does not, I need to figure out ways that I can verbalize it to him. And if you cannot verbalize it, you need to figure out ways to have, there's where we go with better communication with your loved one, with your caretaker, because again, it's a guessing game. This recovery is a guessing game, as we are learning to live life in spite of what we went through, or some may say live life now, or figuring out what the new norm is. Communication is what's going to get us the best results, and how we can go with doing these things together with ourselves, with us learning as with our recovery, and then our loved ones. Go ahead, Tawnie.
I think if you turn down your computer, I think we're hearing like a like you in the background, like the other device, or is it an iPad? That's this one. Yeah. Because then I think it'll be. Because someone else said they were like, I think I hear that. I was like, okay. Is it better? But then you can still hear me. Okay. Yeah. Now I don't hear it. Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Yay, we're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, guys, you have to have patience with us, because we are trying to make sure we can reach you And for wherever you are, all over the world. So again, we are learning and testing out these new streaming so we can stream live on 4 to 5 different segments. So that's what we are doing today. So thank you for your patience as we are learning how to operate this in our best abilities today. So we appreciate y'all, because today is our first day with checking this out.
And that is a thing of patience. It's like the patience with yourself. And that took a lot of time. And I'm still human. There's still sometimes, you're like, oh. And I have to remind myself, like, it's like a baby learning how to walk. Like when you're learning how to do anything, getting frustrated and yelling does not ever help any of the situations. So like you learn to just breathe and be like, you know what, it's all practice. And I will say, I think that is one of the beautiful things that the stroke gave me, is like, I mean, I still sometimes I'm like, you couldn't even move your neck to the side without being in pain. Like we take that for granted. Like people like, go just turn really quick. I couldn't do that. Like that didn't happen. And so, you just look at it and you're like, I'm over here, whatever you're trying to do. So I'm so glad that you're helping with the fitness journey and having the patience with that, and with people, and showing, with stuff that we have in our homes that we can actually access, that caretakers can help you with. And I will tell you, with those things, as I've learned, having my husband be a part of it, like telling him goals and stuff like that. Like I want to get my strength back. I don't have my stamina anymore. Has been helpful.
And thank you. See, this is why I love you, Tawnie, because it's the certain cues that you give me to take me back to where I was going to go next. So how she said, how she has her husband saying, hey, I want to get my strength back because it's not where I used to be. That took me to remembering, as when we started, I was like, shucks, I got to catch my breath because I'm tired. But I slowly forget I don't have the same energy. I don't have the same, all of the above. So I have to learn to slow things down, which prior to my stroke, I was literally doing an overhead press with no weight. I would have never been like, I'm tired. It was the movement that I was going overhead, and I had to turn around, and I had to come to you in the camera here and sit down. That right there took so much. But to the naked eye, they're like, she's out of breath because of what? So, and I'm saying that because sometimes
how you physically, I mean, you were like, listen, I got to hug her. I'm just saying, like, she looks great on camera, but I was like, dang, you chiseled. I was like, all right, I seriously got to get this workout on. Hugging you, I just feel like a little noodle. It's like, oh, dude, look.
But it's a beautiful thing at the end of the day, because again, I have to have patience with myself. And I'm going to say my cousin in the background, take a breath, sit down, because he knows I was out of breath. But my mind is saying, hey, keep going. And then I also noticed that's when I started my speed talking again, because I did not allow myself to sit down and take a breath. Because again, Tracey wants to say, oh, that should not tire me out. Keep going. But the reality is, honey, I needed to sit down and take a breath. Again, having patience with ourselves. And when we're learning these things about ourselves, we can now better communicate with our caretakers and our loved ones of how to approach us and how to help us. Because again, as you just saw me, I'm still learning. And it takes people around to say, hey, I see something you're doing that you haven't paid attention to or recognized it. So say, for instance, he walked by and was like, yo, sit down. You're out of breath. But I would have continued to try to move, and then I had to laugh like, oh yeah, somebody else notices it. And so that goes back to even last week, where someone says, well, I don't have a caretaker, I'm independent, or I'm not married. Guess what? That's anyone around you. That's anyone that sees you. Anyone that has a heart to take the time out to say, hey, sit down. Hey, you're talking too fast. Hey, you're out of breath. That's a person walking by the window and say, hey, girl, you're out of breath. Anything like that. That is who we're talking to. And if he didn't know me, he would have possibly said, hey, you're out of breath. Why? Because you don't look like you're tired, or you don't look like you just did anything. It looks like you were just showing a simple exercise Are you okay, lady?
Yeah.
As a stranger could say.
Yeah.
But that's the reality of it. It could be anything like that. And for a person that does not know me, it would take me to communicate to him or her correctly to say, hey, thank you for acknowledging that. Thank you for even taking the time to pay attention or to even say something. Now I need to sit down because I am out of breath.
And we can even go another layer of I do the no, I'm good. I don't need to. It's almost like I've had to rewire that in me, that hyper independent, to be like they're being helpful. They're not telling you what to do. They see that you need this, and I've now learned that's one of my deficits is
I'm like, I'm good. Like it's 7 years out now, but my mom, I guess 7 months out also from the second brain surgery, that I go on trips and I'm like, oh, I want to be there for 2 weeks or this long time. And my mom and husband are like, that's a really long trip. I don't think you want to do that. And just now, this last one that I did, I finally realized, I go, you guys are right. Whenever you make that face and I go, no, I'll be fine. I go, I need to learn that, no, I need to come back home. Like, I can't be out and about doing stuff so many days in a row. So it's taken the patience of them continuously giving me the advice and me
be like, okay, I guess you are right. You see things that I don't see in myself. I think I can do all these things. And you're like, maybe you need to take a little break. Maybe you need to cut that trip down to not, 14 days. Maybe a 10-day trip is better for you.
And I'm going to say that took patience of learning yourself, learning these things as you did these. So because you said, hey, I'm fine, I could do it. You had to actually do it to then recognize that was too much. But again, the people on the outside, your caretakers and loved ones, they kind of recognized it a little more faster before you did. So again, that was them saying, hey, I'm going to have a little more patience to say, let her make this decision, go and do this, and then she'll come back as you did and say, hey, thank y'all. And I see what you're saying, and I'm going to take that advice. And thank you for having patience with me as I went through this myself. Which now takes me to another thought for a survivor, someone that may be dealing with difficulty ways of communicating and taking help from others around, as we may be so quick to say, I'm okay, as Tawnie said, or I don't need the help, or let me do it, or let me figure it out. Again, that loved one may go ahead and step back and say, I have the patience. And I'm going to give you 2 ways. You may say, okay, I'll let you figure out and then go through this trial. But then you may have the rebuttal of someone that has already seen you go through these to say, hey, that's not easy. As me for loving you so much, I can't allow you to continue to make these decisions that may in turn harm you or not be the best for you. So it works both ways. Someone may receive it a little better, someone may give you more rebuttal because, again, it's a learning game. It's a communication. We're learning over time as we go through this progression. So even in a situation as that, they may give you rebuttal, we have to learn not to be so defensive and have a little more patience because, again, they're doing that not to harm us. They're doing that to make sure we do not harm ourselves in any further in any manner. Again, because they love or they care for us. And they want the best for us in this process of recovery and in this process of, again, relearning to love and life again.
Beautifully put. A question.
Yes.
So
I'm not going to mess up your name. I think it says Ari, but she said, how do you manage finger spasticity? So I will do, actually, I have time. I'll do a video right after we get off this, a video for that outside of that. So Ari, please make sure you jump in. I'll do a video for that for you. And I thought on YouTube just so to answer your question. So I didn't want you to think you were ignoring me. But again, thank you all for chiming in. We are going to make sure we continue to do better with this, as we will now be streaming on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all of our channels to make sure we reach as many people as possible. And also make sure if you ever miss any of these or you're on the go and you want to still listen to the segment, we are on Spotify. So you can literally go to the radio, turn on Spotify and say, hey, let me check out Survivor's Conversation of Tawnie Mermaid. Let's check it out so you can be on the go and you can listen to these topics again, helping stroke survivors and our loved ones to learn how to better care for us as stroke survivors, learning how to live our lives the best in spite of all the things we've gone through, because every day is a learning process. And we are going to be in this progressive state for the rest of our lives as we continue to live. So, Tawnie.
And please reach out with any questions, any topics. So when you watch the replay, you can dive into them. I just know that that was something that she specifically talked about. I never had to deal with. So if I can ever share on things, we do. But any topics are always all welcomed and encouraged. And questions also, we do realize you're like, I don't want to post it there. I just want you to know there's a whole bunch of people who can learn from what you post. So that's why I am so public with my feelings. But also, there's a lot of survivors who are very private, so you can talk with us without having to be in a very public forum. Like, we can talk about topics without being like, hey, Rebecca asked me this. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Absolutely, but we love you all. Again, Ari, I will hit that video for you and I'll post it on my YouTube, which is Body Tracey. But until then, we will see y'all. And to come up next, Tawnie's journey is going to be with this fitness, y'all. This is going to be so much fun. I'm telling y'all, I'm more excited than she is.
No, I'm glad. I need this. You have no idea how excited I am, because these little lunch lady arm noodles gotta go.
Oh no, we gonna take care of that. But don't forget, y'all, our exercise for today is to grab the towel. I'm gonna get up and show y'all again real quick. Grab the towel out of the kitchen, and we are going to go overhead. Place it in both hands. We're gonna go overhead, and we are behind the head, driving it up overhead. Full extension, and as you're pulling the towel away, it'll help you. So if this arm is still banging here, pull this over. It'll help you straighten that arm out, back down, and back overhead. So test this out, you guys, and let us know how this works for you. And we will see y'all next week.
See you guys next week. Same time, same place. Bye.
Let's see.
Okay, now with this. Oops. I think I did hear the reverb, so I have no idea what it's going to sound like, but I'm going to end this because we're still live. So I'm going to end the stream. Thank you guys. Nobody commented that, but I don't know.